And we are live. Hey, everybody. It's Denise Jordan, and welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. If you want to grow your influence through YouTube, then hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming strategy sessions. So, what are we doing tonight? Well, on this episode of YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan, we're going to take a look at how to start a video. And as always, I'll give updates on open invites and collabs. So let's get ready to get into it. But let me just say this. If you're joining us on the replay, welcome. Just jump right in on the conversation and leave your comments and suggestions as you work your way through the video. And for those of you that are joining me live, hey, how you doing? I always appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And I must say, I was worried for a second there. I thought nobody's going to follow me over here. So, hey, Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. It is good to have you here with us. And then Wendy, always busy, is always glad to see you, as well as Styling with Stacy. You guys are some of the first few to jump on. I Style My Style, who is Stephanie, I think, or is it Cheryl? No, it's Stephanie. I Style My Style with Stephanie. So how you doing as well? And yeah, I'm glad to see you guys tonight. I really am. I'm still adjusting to this new live stream format, this StreamYard. And the one thing that I'm learning is that StreamYard has about a 5 or 10 second delay. So sometimes you guys might say something before I see it. And it's Cheryl. I Style My Style, it's Cheryl. So I was right. So I Style My Style is Cheryl. I tell you what, let a couple weeks go by and I might forget everything. This has really been a week too, ladies. I have to tell you, I have been watching election news almost nonstop. And I have to say right now, I am exhausted and I got a bottle of water up here for sustenance. So what you sipping on tonight? Let me know. I've just got water. And to tell you the truth, I just finished eating Thanksgiving dinner. I am absolutely stuffed. And when I say Thanksgiving dinner, I mean the whole 9 yards. Turkey, dressing, gravy, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, collard greens, corn muffins, mac and cheese, the whole 9 yards, everything. So I am absolutely stuffed. I have been cooking for 2 days. Literally. And one of the things I have realized is I am not 35, nor am I even 45. So I can't cook a whole Thanksgiving dinner in 1 day. It took me 2 days. I feel like I've been cooking nonstop for 2 days. So I'm exhausted. So that's why tonight is just bottled water. So now let's check in and see what people have got. So Charlotte from Charlotte Mason Diversely. Hey, you doing, Charlotte? Good to have you with us. And Charlotte Mason, are you new here? I think this might be the first time you've joined us here on the Sister Circle on YouTube Talk. So ladies, say hello to Charlotte Mason Diversely. Cheryl and I Style My Style has water. Charlotte's got Earl Grey decaf. I had some Earl Grey decaf yesterday. It was so good, but tonight was just plain water for me. Like I said, I am stuffed. And then Wendy, always busy, has water. Stacy has lemonade tea. I love that 50-50 combination of lemonade and iced tea. Cheryl, you had Thanksgiving dinner tonight too? Oh, that is too funny. And then Stephanie's having, what is it? Stephanie is having, I think I said water. Nope, Stephanie's having iced tea. You know what? Stacy asks, how am I still awake? You know what, Stacy? It's hard. I had to take a nap in the middle of the day. Not a nap, but I just had to sit down and just get some rest. And then yesterday, too, I just had to lay down and just rest a little bit because I just thought I can't keep up this nonstop pace. And then I've been staying up till 1 o'clock, 1:30 every day for the past week watching the election returns, and then watching the celebrations. I'm exhausted. Okay, so Charlotte said her name is, was it Andrea? Where is it? I got to get used to this new format. Yes, Charlotte's name is Charlotte Mason Diversity. Her name is Andrea, and she joined us a couple of weeks ago. So, okay, good, good, fine. So Andrea is her name. So everybody's saying hello to Andrea at Charlotte Mason Diversity. And then Andrea Mason at the Queen's Court has joined us as well. So how are you doing too? So now nobody has asked why I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner already. I suppose that we are all YouTube creators. You already know I'm working on my YouTube videos. And then Lifestyle of Laura has joined us as well. So yes, I'm working on my YouTube videos, and I'm doing this video for YouTube dinner, for Thanksgiving dinner from start to finish, where I'm showing how I go through the process, what I do first as I work through it. And it was more than a notion. I don't know what I was thinking. And so yes, I am exhausted. Hey, Nana, Crafty Nana 6200. Good to have you with us as well. But I am exhausted, but I tell you what, I got the last piece filmed before the show started tonight. I had my husband carve the turkey. I had everything set up on the table, so I could, or on the counter, so I could get a picture of it. I fixed the plate so that I could eat because I was starving, and then took a picture of the plate. He had snuck into some of the food earlier because he was hungry, but it's done. So at least the video was done. I don't know if I have to add any extra B-roll, but I think I'm good. So Stacy's asking, am I going to freeze any of it? Yes, because my husband said, now, are you going to have to do this again on Thanksgiving? I had planned to have my two sisters come over, and then we just eat it all. But I thought, you know what? First of all, I didn't fix a big turkey. I just fixed a small turkey breast because I was doing Thanksgiving dinner for two. So I was making a very small turkey breast, just half a turkey breast, and then a couple of turkey legs, small turkey legs. So I thought, when we get done with dinner tonight, well, we're done with dinner. When I put the food away, half of that dinner is going in the freezer. And on Thanksgiving Day, it's just going to be the two of us. So I'm going to get it back out, and that's what we're going to have. So yes. So yes, Andrea, I am exhausted. Look at these bags under my eyes. Look at there. The concealer is not concealing it tonight. Hey, Candy at CCW. And oh my goodness, Cheryl, it was so good. The turkey breast was so good. I had, of course, put it in the brine. It was so good, make you want to smack your mama. I mean, it was delicious. However, I got to get it all cleaned up and put away, so it's downstairs waiting for me when we're done. So there's that. But yeah, that's what I was doing. And as YouTubers, we do work ahead. So I'm glad I got that started. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking about our YouTube strategy, because I know that, you know, you guys all have your own things to try to get done as we move into the holiday season. So let me try to stay on top of things. Hey, Mary from Rocky Mountain Garden. It's good to have you with us as well. So creative friends, I am so glad you are here tonight. And I thought about a couple of things. And one of the things that I thought about, again, was the worthy questions that I've been asking you guys for the last couple of weeks. What do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? And I thought about those tonight, specifically in light of tonight's video assignment, which is how to start your YouTube videos for better results by Nick Nimmin. So now last week, we looked at how to end your videos for better results. And I've been thinking a lot about that and trying to figure out how to do a better job of that. And then I was watching Nick's video tonight on how to start your videos. And I am just really excited about some of the things that he is sharing with us. But now, there's a couple things I wasn't too sure about, and we can talk about those as we go through. And maybe you guys can help me kind of come to a little bit better sense of enlightenment on there, but we'll see. But we're going to focus on that content strategy, how to start your video. And the link is already in the description box. So one of the things that Nick talked about, and Well, as I said last week, I am always amazed at how much information he can pack into a 6 or 7 minute video. He spends at least 2 minutes of that 7-minute video talking about this new software that he wants people to buy, or not to buy, but to consider using, and they are sponsoring that particular video. I think this particular video that is our assignment is a good one to examine. Now, what do I mean by examine? Well, he operationalizes, or he puts into action, all the different little tips that he's telling us to do. So last week when he talked about how to end your video, I was watching how he ended his video, and he was talking about some content. And then the next thing I know, he said, so if you want to learn more about this, click on this video. And if you want to learn more about this, click on that video. And bam, he was gone. I was like, oh, that's what he meant. So this video is an excellent one to examine. So when I say examine, that means you're going to go through it with a pencil and paper and look at his beginning and look at his end and look at his middle and look at how he does his sponsored content, because many of you are getting sponsored content right now. So it'd be something good to consider. Hey, Darcy, my sister from another mister. It's good to have you with us today. So let's just talk a little bit about what were some of the problems or options, I should say, or maybe opportunities that Nick suggested for us. One of the opportunities, the areas of challenge that he indicated, is that many people will start the video by don't capture our attention right away when we start the video. We just kind of let things lag or drag. But he says you need to let people know quickly what your video is about and why they should stick around. So you need to do that with a quick hook. And he said part of the problem is that many of us may have a logo or some kind of a slider or some kind of a sting that lasts a long time. And so people spend a lot of time watching that. And then they're wondering, well, do I want to stick around? And I will admit, if I've been on a video and they had one of those long little sliders or too long an intro, I did bounce. So tell me, have any of you ever done that? Have any of you ever been on a video and that the intro or the slider was so long you just left? I know I have. So have you ever been on a video and the intro, whatever it was so long that you bounced? So Karen at Maynard Ma'am said that she left a long intro, or she'll scroll past it. Cheryl at MystyleMyColours said, yes, she has definitely left bounced. Crafty Nana says she has, or she will fast forward. So, okay. Yeah, or fast forward to the content. So, yeah, I have done that too. I've sat there, but I'm like, okay, you know, either I just skip it because I don't want to see it, or I fast forward to the video. So, yeah, I have done that. So, some of the suggestions that he offered us. Hi, Tam at Love My Babies Forever. So one of the suggestions that he offered for us is to have a quick hook or a teaser sequence. So to have a quick hook or a teaser. So when we talk about a quick hook, that would be something like, in this video, I'm showing you a Thanksgiving dinner for two from start to finish. Let's get into it. That's the quick hook. That's it. Now, what's a teaser? What's a teaser? And I know Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life, she's good at putting teasers in her videos. But what's a teaser? Who wants to share? And I know there's a little bit of a lag there, but so somebody could tell me what they think a teaser is. But a teaser is when you kind of give them a little bit of an idea as to what the video, what they're going to see during the video. So for example, I was trying to think, how would I show a teaser? Okay. So Tam says maybe an image of the end product. So yes. So maybe for my Thanksgiving dinner video, I could show a counter with nothing on it or a table that's not set. And I could say, you can go from this white tablecloth, nothing on the table, to this. And I've got the table completely covered with food. I don't know, something like that. Or if you guys are doing DIY, for those of you that love to do that, maybe you would show, I don't know, a blank piece of paper or a whole bunch of different little pieces for your DIY, and then show a finished product. Now, that takes some forethought and planning, because you'd have to, you know, capture the images of all the stuff that you're going to use before you do the DIY, and then remember to get a picture of the end product and then set that up on your thumbnail. But it's certainly doable. So there's that. Lifestyle of Laura says, a teaser, you show a little bit of what you're going to share. Yes, you show a little bit of what's going to be in there. So let's say I'm doing a laundry video and I'm working on white shirts, which you guys know I do all the time. Then I might, you know, show me taking the white shirts out of the wash, putting them in the dryer, or hanging them up, ironing them, or something like that as the video opens, and then come back to an intro a little bit later on. So it could be something like that. And the other suggestion he had was to just get right into the content, which, you know, when the video starts, you're already into the content. And Stacy says she's tried that on her last 2 DIY videos and she's waiting to see if it worked. Stacy, tell us some more about that. Tell us some more about that. I know I was watching a live stream not too long ago with Nadia and Leanie, and they were doing a DIY. And well, I should say, I think it was Leanie was doing the DIY. Nadia was hosting the show and talking, and they had a guest who was also doing a DIY. And so Nadia was, you know, working away. And you saw all the different little pieces that she had. But once she was done, she held up her finished product. So before and after. Karen says sometimes for a, Karen at This Mainer Mom says sometimes for a cleaning video, she'll do a 4 or 5 second clip and voiceover of her intro for a total of 20 seconds. Okay, I've done that too. And actually, I kind of like those. And Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life, she does that a lot, Karen, where you just open up the video and you're like right into it, and she's talking about whatever it is they're going or doing, and you watch about 20 seconds of whatever is going to be in the video, and then you come to a quick intro. So yeah. I forgot I can show these. So yes, Karen, sometimes she'll do a 4 or 5 second clips and then do a voiceover. And then Candy at DIY Design will show a 7 second slide that depicts parts of the end product. Okay, all right, a slider that depicts part of the end products. I get that. So how do you guys like those when they do that? Stacy says she'll show the finished DIY first and then ask if they want to see how she created it. And of course, almost everyone will want to see that. But yeah, the finished product, the finished DIY. Okay, so that's a nice little teaser as well. Stephanie says she's done a lot of editing and she's cutting down on her beginnings. That's a good idea, Stephanie. I agree with that. I think we've talked about that a couple of times, and sometimes your intros were just a tad too long. I'm trying to work on mine too. I thought about that, like, you know, the things we talk about, I look at myself too. And I thought about the intro, and one of the questions he asked, well, the second problem I was going to bring up on the list was the logo intro that are 10 to 20 seconds long. And some of us have these really cute little logos or intros, these sliders that are anywhere from 10 to 20 or 30 seconds long. They're beautiful, but they're long. And his question was, what value do they serve other than branding? You guys know my branding. I've got that little thing that looks like a, you know, the scale and says this and that, and it spins around. Well, other than branding, it doesn't serve any value. And I remember before when I had a really long verbal intro, and you guys have helped me craft this over time, I started putting that little spinning around thing at the end so that I could talk the long part. Well, then I figured out how to trim down what I was actually saying, so then I brought it back. So my intro typically will be, in this video, we're going to cook a turkey breast, and I'm going to show you how to put it into brine. Well, let's see. No, let me think. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook a turkey breast. Let's get it started. So typically that hook is less than 6 seconds, somewhere between 6 and 8 seconds. And then you get my little logo spinning around, which is another 8 seconds. So that's about 14 to 16 seconds for the intro. And then I jump into, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach traditional homemakers. And I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe. Well, I'm thinking, do I really need to say all of that? So that's the thing I'm wondering about now. Do I really need to say all of that? Because I mean, you know, when you add it all up, that's probably a good 30, 40 seconds, maybe. I don't know. But so after looking at Nick's video today, I thought, so what do you guys think? You think I can trim some of that down? And then creating with Miss Kay. Hey there, Kay. Good to have you with us. So I've been wondering if I should just kind of trim that back instead of saying if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and, you know, this or that. I don't know. And then here's the other thing. This is what Nick Nimmin thinks. And this is how he does it. This is what he's suggesting. But, you know, I pretty much follow Sean Cannell. I'm a Sean Cannell, you know, fashionista. You know, like bought the Kool-Aid, bought the program, the whole 9 yards, you know. And, you know, that's how he starts his videos. That's how he teaches us to start our videos, by saying, you know, if we're just meeting, I'm so-and-so. But his intros are pretty short as well. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do think that I can stand to trim some of it down. And so Karen at This Made Her Mom says, the more we cut down, the better. And I agree. So I'm going to try to figure out how to trim some of that down. So I'm going to work on that piece and see if I can really get that down. I also like the idea of doing the teaser, where you give a little bit of a tease about what it is you're going to show, maybe show a few clips from that, and then get into the video without all that intro. We'll see. He says, if you're going to use an intro, to keep the intro short. So one of the things that I've noticed on Sean Cannell's video, on some of them, his new slider or logos, sting, whatever you want to call it, just says you just got to press record. And it's so quick, you almost miss it if you didn't hear it. They'll say what they're getting ready to do today, and then you just got to press record. There's one quick picture, and then it's on to the next thing. So I don't know, but I'm going to really work on that. The other question that Nick has is he thinks it's a problem, or could be a problem, inviting viewers to subscribe at the beginning of the video, which is what almost all of us are suggested that we do, that we are encouraged to invite people to subscribe at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, because if they don't stay to the end, they'll miss it if we don't invite them in the middle. So we need to do it somewhere. Oh, I see Michelle from My Everyday Wife Life has joined us. Hey, Michelle, good to have you with us. So she says she likes 50 Shades of Mom's intro, so go watch that. Okay, we will have to do that. So 50 Shades of Moms, guys, we should examine that intro. So when we are recommended to look at a video, it's not to just look at it for consumption, but we need to examine it so that we can kind of break up the pieces or the parts. We can kind of see where's the hook, where's the intro, where's the content, where's the call to action, how long was it, do we think it worked, do we like it, do we want to try it, that kind of thing. We're not watching the videos just to watch the videos. So 50 Shades of Bombs is one that we could consider taking a peek at and examining that, the way she does her video. And then Michelle says Lemonade Mom's intro is pretty good too. And we can all stand to do a better job on our intros. At least I know that I can. I always need work on that. I know, Lemonade Mom. I get it. And then Marilyn with Fabulous Designs on a Budget just joined us. Hey, Marilyn, it's good to have you with us. So right now we're talking about how we can do a better job with our intros, and sometimes either talking too long, having too long an intro, having an intro that has a slider that is very long and not and that's not too long. So Stephanie is saying that Nick says not to say comment, sub, share, etc., but just sub is okay. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. And exactly, you do want to say sub. Now, she's being cautious because I'm the only one that can say the word subscribe here on the channel, because otherwise YouTube blocks that. So you could ask for that person to subscribe, but he was just encouraging you to be very cautious about how you go about it, that you're not overdoing it. And this particular video is kind of funny because he has his brother D in the video with him. I think it's his brother D. A couple times I thought, is that Nick or is that his brother D? But he shows you some examples of what not to do, and then gives you a couple examples of how you could consider doing things, some other options that might work for you. And he does certainly say, you know, you have to give them a reason if you ask for that subscribe. So as I was thinking about that, you know, about how I can apply that, I was thinking that typically I will say, I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe. So maybe what I could do, and I'll have to work on this because I've been thinking about this, you know, tonight, and as I was preparing for today's show, maybe I may say something like, I'm Denise Jordan. I don't know. I don't think I want to say that. But maybe I could say something like, if you want to learn how to be a traditional homemaker, subscribe, and then just keep it moving rather than all that other stuff that I say. And he didn't say anything about double tapping the bell or anything like that. He just says hit the subscribe button, and he leaves it to the person to find that subscribe button on there. But then again, he's got it popping up on his screen a couple of times so you can click it. I don't have any interactive things like that, so that could be an issue for me. But I do want to learn how to do that. So there's that. Okay. So one of the things he suggested was, if you're not asking them to subscribe in the right way and you're not comfortable, to skip it. And I'm like, skip it? I don't know about skipping it. So what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that? I know Sean never tells us to skip that. He said you need to give that request early on because they might not stay around to the end, and you don't want to miss the opportunity to ask them. So what are your thoughts? So now, Stephanie, are you talking to me or someone else? You have to, I'm not sure who you're talking to right there. Okay. All right. Now, one thing he does say do, though, which I thought was pretty good, and I tried not to be guilty of this, is to focus on one call to action. And that makes sense. Focus on one call to action. So I guess if you're up in the beginning of the video and you say, so if you want to, Brian G. Johnson will say, stake your claim and amplify your voice, hit the subscribe button. If you want to stake your claim and amplify your voice, hit the subscribe button. That's all they say. And Nick just says, if you want to do this, hit the subscribe button. And he just says that and goes from there. He didn't ask you to hit the subscribe button and do anything else right in that particular sequence. And I was thinking, you know, he's saying that if you avoid making all these requests at the beginning of the video, that what it allows you to do is just get right into the content. So Stephanie, you're going to have to tell me what is it that you're asking me about then? I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. So on how to find what? Tell me again. So, because that way I can, if I've not been clear on something, I'll make sure everybody else is clear too. So let me know what that is, and I'll go ahead and get that in there. Okay. And then he says, be creative to get them to watch longer. Oh, you'll email those sub buttons. Oh, great. I would love to have those. Then I have to figure out how to get them in. Well, my granddaughter was starting her channel. She was able to get in one of those. You can kind of click it and it moves around. But I got you. I would love to be able to figure out how to do that because I'm trying to improve my channel. So I would love to be able to figure out how to do that. So again, back to Nick. He says, be creative to get them to watch longer. I'm trying. I know you guys are trying to be creative to get them to watch longer. So what is it that we can do? So Tam is saying, Stacy, she loves the flashy effects of your intro. It gives a peek into what we'll see on your channel. I love stopping by your casa. Maybe trim it so it's a bit shorter than 25 to 30 seconds. Okay, so Stacy, that's good. Those are good comments. So Tam has been on your channel. She's been watching what you do. She's enjoying your content, but she's figuring out how to help you apply what it is that we've been learning in the past few weeks. And she's saying, you know what, you might want to trim it down. So if she's saying to make it shorter than 25 to 30 seconds, you know, you might want to see if you can get it down to, you know, 8 to 12 seconds. So there's that. Ooh, Andrea, that's hard. She says if she's creating a video about learning poetry study, what would be a good intro? I don't know. Maybe you might open the video up, you know, reading some poetry or something like that. I don't know. That's a thought. So let's see if I got any poetry in here. See if this will give us any ideas. But that's a good question. I don't know. Can you guys give her some help? Anybody have some suggestions for her? No poetry in this grammar book. So maybe you might start out the video by, let's see. You're creating a video about learning poetry. Well, maybe you might start it out by reading or reciting a few lines of poetry, something that people want to learn how to do. Or as Stephanie says on today's video, we will learn more about poetry. And it depends upon what kind of poetry you're going to do. So yeah, I like Stephanie's ideas. On today's video, we're going to, Today's video is about the different kinds of poetry. And then you tell them what are the different kinds. Maybe there's 3 different kinds. Well, I'm sure there's more, but maybe there's 3, 4, or 5 different kinds of poetry. And you're going to talk about that in today's video. So you might, address it that way. Or maybe you're going to talk about, what's that poetry that only has like so many lines in it? Let's see. Poetry with imagery. So maybe you might say something like that. In today's video, we're going to learn how to use imagery in poetry. Or it could be, in today's video, we're going to learn how to use rhyme in poetry. So yeah. And so Crafty Nana said you could start off by giving a poetry tip. So yeah, you could start out with a story, or you could start out with a question. Have you been wanting to learn how to use rhyme in poetry? Well, that's what we're going to be learning about today, and then jump right into it. Or you might start out by giving an example or giving a tip, something like that. So the Thrift Queen is with us. Oh, that's Joan Brody, the Thrift Queen. I had to think for a second. I thought, wait a minute. I thought Tammy changed her name. So was it the Glam Queen? I thought, no, Joan Brody is the Thrift Queen. So, hey, Joan, it's good to have you with us. You haven't been with us for a while. So anyway, we were given some suggestions to Andrea at Charlotte Mason Diversely about poetry. So does that help, Andrea? I think you guys, we've gotten some pretty good ideas on there. So thank you. Okay, good. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Now, how many of you spend time looking at your analytics? How many of you spend time looking at your analytics to see where people drop off? Hey, V, good to have you here. I have to admit, I am not good at that, even though I know I should. I look at other analytics, but that's not the one that I've been doing. So, Joan Brody, Cheryl gave you a Thanksgiving dinner tip. Cheryl, you didn't give it to me. Please share, because you know I'm working on Thanksgiving dinner. So give me a Thanksgiving dinner tip. I could use one. So Candy said she looks every day. Which ones do you look at every day, Candy? Because, I mean, you can't look at them all every day, can you? Mary says not as much as she should. So Stephanie says she's been looking at hers, and that's why she changed hers. Hey, that's why she's working on changing her beginning. I tell you what, guys, I've really been looking really hard at what I'm doing. And you know, my videos tend to be long, and I have to figure out how to get them down, because I look at my watch time and I look at how long they watch. Well, they're not watching for the whole video, so I do need to look at there. Laura says she's looking at where they drop off, so she's shortening her videos until she improves the meat of the videos. Okay, that makes sense. So Karen at Maynard Mom says she looks daily. She's kind of obsessed. I usually will do a watch time count, a viewer count, subscriber count, estimated earning count. I check those either every day or every other day. But I have not been good at looking at some of those other analytics. Now, Joan says she never looks at her analytics. Well, Joan, you might consider looking at them, because sometimes when you look at your analytics, you can get an idea as to where maybe some of your areas of opportunities are, and then you might need to do something different, that kind of thing. But yeah, I agree, Michelle. I don't always get what it all means. So, but the more I look, the better I get. And I have to tell you, one thing that really helped me too was when I participated in Daryl Eves' challenge. He looks at analytics a little differently than other people, or either the way he presents it and gives you the examples to look at was just helpful. So looking at some of his stuff helped me as well. So I've been looking at that. Marilyn says she never has, but she plans on starting. Marilyn, I think it would be so good to help you figure some things out. And Laura says that Sunny has a few videos to help explain them. And yeah, I don't always understand them, but I'm understanding them better. But it's a sense you'll never understand them if you don't look. And one of the things that I've been thinking about as we look at analytics is this. Is what you're doing getting you the results that you want? That's the question. Are you getting the results that you want? And the analytics will let you know, is your channel growing the way you want it to grow? Is your subscriber count growing? If not, why not? Do you need to do something different to get different results? That's the question. Do you need to do something different to get different results? And then the questions that I started out with today was, what do I need to start? What do I need to stop? And what do I need to continue? I answered those questions for myself every few months, but a long time ago, earlier last year, one of the things that I realized that I needed to stop was being so scattered all over my channel, doing so many different things. And I thought, okay, I got to niche down and just do homemaking. And then like I've got this branch related to prepping going on, but that's related to homemaking because, you know, preparing a pantry and building in foodstuffs is the work of the homemaker. So it's all a part of it. And hey, Darcy, I'm glad you're with us as well. Now, I missed something you said. So, okay, so I have to remember that I can show the comments. So Laura says, Sunny has a few videos to help explain them. And that's Sunny Lenarducci. And I will write her name down. Leonard Doozy, which she just got married. So I don't know if she's going to have a new name or not. But that's her name, Sunny Lenarducci. She has an excellent YouTube program. It's only about $500, but it's pretty good. It's just like a 2 or 3 day program. She has lots of free videos, though, that gives you lots of good content. I like her. I like her approach. So she's someone to think about. What's this next one? And then Joan is funny. Joan says, I know I should, Denise. I'm the worst at YouTube. But Joan is doing a lot of good things right, because I was on one of her live streams and she had almost 100 people in her live stream. They were so engaged. I mean, she was doing it. So you're doing a lot of good things right, Joan. So you're not the worst on YouTube. But can we all stand to do something better? Yes. Yes, we all can. Darcy says that she will only look for certain things. And Darcy, I'm the same way. I only look at what I understand. Some of the other stuff I don't understand, so I don't look at it. But I'm trying to get better. Let's see. So Laura says overall she's doing well, but now she's trying to improve in her niche, and it's a lot to take in. Yeah, it is. And I will tell you, Laura, one of the things that I realized is that, like, if I look back over my channel, I was all over the place. I talked about cooking, cleaning, laundry, makeup, health, and beauty. I jumped in on all kinds of collaborations, DIY, which I hate, and just all kind of stuff. But I finally realized that, you know, my people really, what they really enjoyed seeing from me was my laundry videos, my cooking and cleaning videos. And those were the kind of people that I enjoyed ministering to, you know, the young homemaker, the homemaking kind of videos. And then, of course, health related topics every now and then. If there was a pressing crisis, because, you know, I'm a nurse by profession. So if there was a health related topic, I thought, okay, I've got to address this, then I would do that. But I try not to do that too often. But once I started really niching down and focusing in on homemaking, and I stopped doing all those other collaborations, my channel started to grow, because then people knew what to expect from me. And then I started to get more people related to that. So Laura, now that you've figured out your niche, what you might consider doing is looking at some of the people in your niche that you like. What are they doing? If they're doing a video about something, well, maybe it's something you should be doing a video about, putting your own spin on it, not copying them, but putting your own spin on it. Now, Joan said she did a trial with the new analytics for YouTube. She said it's depressing. If it was a business for her, she would focus more. Oh, interesting, Jones. So tell us why it was depressing. Were your results not good? You know, that's interesting to know. Hey, Carol. Carol says she just got home. Hey, welcome, Carol. Carol, we're glad to have you here. Okay, now this is helpful. So Laura said she started asking her viewers what they wanted to see, and that has been helpful. And you know, it's so simple. Ask your viewers what they want to see. But we don't think about that. Now, I was in my group with Sean Cannell and Heather Torres, and we were doing a live stream, and, you know, I was up on the hot seat, and I asked a question, and they were saying, well, Denise, you know, you should be answering questions, or rather doing videos about the different questions that your viewers are asking. I'm like, well, my viewers don't ask any questions. So, you know, I don't know what to make videos about. And she said, you need to look to see what they're saying and what they're asking, or look at other people in your niche and look at the questions the viewers are asking them. And then I got to looking at my comments. They were asking questions all the time. I would answer the question. I would just type it in. Oh, let me get that off of there. I would just type in the answer to the question and move on, not thinking that that question that I just typed the answer into is a video. So I finally realized that. So I try to keep a little list of videos to do that kind of thing. But yes. Joan says the results are so up and down, and the home decor homemaking niche doesn't get any help from YouTube. We're at the bottom of the barrel. Well, Joan, I think you just have to kind of figure out, you know, like whatever it is that works for you. Because there are some people that in the homemaking niche that do very, very well. But you're right. For others, it's a struggle. I know I like to watch Inspired by Nikki. I've been watching her for about 3 years. She has 4 children. And I remember when I first started watching her, they were really little. And they've really grown up quite a bit now. And she kind of evolved from a family channel, you know, when they had the YouTube business with the couple law and all that started. She kind of evolved from that because she had to get her kids off the videos. And so she evolved into a homemaking niche. But she's probably got close to 50,000 subscribers now. But she's had her channel for a good 5, 6, 7 years. Beautiful content, beautiful video, but it grows slowly. But she does a beautiful job, just beautiful job. And then there are some that blow up. So it's different. So Marilyn says her focus for the new year is less collaboration and focus more on her own content. Boom! Now that's what I'm talking about. That's just what we've been talking about. What do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? You have to think about that for your own channel and go from there. So Laura says in the comments, either you or a video you recommend said, stop saying thank you as a reply. Yeah. So yeah, I will do that. I will say thank you as a reply. Oh, well, I don't just say thank you though. I will say other stuff. Yeah, I'll say thank you for stopping by, and then I say other stuff. Like I don't just say thank you and I'm done. I will usually say thank you and come up with with a question or a comment or something like that on the video. So I'm trying to do a better job of that as well. So let's say you were watching my Thanksgiving dinner video and you said you really enjoyed watching how I fixed the macaroni and cheese. And I might say, well, thank you. What did you like best about it? But I don't know. I'm just so used to saying thank you to people. Yes, I asked her a question and she said I did ask a question in the reply. So yeah, I try to do that. So now Joan said she recently switched to vlogging. She just uploads what she's doing daily, a thrifty lifestyle. So thrift is in, she's having fun and not worrying about the numbers. Okay, I like that. And you know what? That's what I do on this channel here. This channel here is just for us to learn YouTube strategies. You know, it's just we get together, we talk about YouTube content, what we can do to get better, and that's it. I don't worry about the numbers or anything like that. You know, I try to SEO it a little bit, but I don't worry about it because I don't have that much time to worry about it. So Tam says, my questions are thorough. I'll either make a suggestion or ask for a question. And I'm learning to do that. One of the other things that I have learned to do too, and I don't always do a good job of it, but my friend Mary at Mary's Nest suggested this. She said, if people make a comment about something and you've got another video about that topic, when you reply to them in the comment, put the link to the video in there. So maybe if someone made a comment and said, oh, I love that, how that mac and cheese recipe turned out. My family loves mac and cheese, and she's watching the mac and cheese video, the basic one, then I might reply and say, thank you so much for, you know, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you like that one, here's another mac and cheese video that I think you might like as well. And then give her the link for that one because I've got 3 mac and cheese videos up. So I might give her the link to another one. So that might be a way to kind of keep them watching, keep them on your content. And I don't think we've talked about that, but that's one of the things that I've learned is that when you do reply, let me get that off first of all. Okay, I'll get that off. Reply with a link. If it's your own content, you can reply with a link in the comment section for your own channel. You can't do it on somebody else's channel. But if you're answering comments on your own channel, when you reply back, you can also include a link with a suggestion on another one of your videos that might fit into whatever question it is that they're asking. Stacy wants to see more videos on cooking meals in the Instant Pot, and I plan to do that, Stacy. I was going to do a turkey breast in the Instant Pot, and then I didn't. And girl, I am sick of turkey about now. I do not want to make another turkey breast video. I'm sick of Thanksgiving food already. Whew, in case you missed it, I said I've been cooking Thanksgiving dinner for 2 days. I'm tired, but the video should be nice by the time it comes out. It's going to take me a good week to get it edited because I tried using 2 cameras so I can have, you know, footage from different angles. We'll see. I could have bit on more than I could chew. Okay. So now Michelle says she tries to reply to every comment. She thinks her subbies like it. They do. They do. Your subbies do like it when you reply, and you should try to reply to every comment that you can. I've not done as well lately replying to comments as I normally do. First of all, I don't know, this month has been a bad month for me. You guys know when my mom died, and then my cousin died, and then I had some issues with vertigo, so then I didn't feel good. And then I've been watching the elections every day. It's just like I've just been going through it. So I've not been following up on my comments as much as I should. I've been trying to keep one foot in front of another to get the videos uploaded. And I was really trying to upload more, you know, for Vlogtober. I got 9 videos up for the month. So like about every 3 days, I was able to get a video up, which was good. I typically only do 2 a week. So I got 9 up instead of 8. But sometimes it's a struggle to get up 8. I mean, to get up 2 a week. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Andrea, let me just say something real quick. So So let me ask you guys the question for today, and then we can address Andrea's question. And the question for today is, were you able to identify yourself when it comes to any of the problems Nick identified when starting your video? Now, I realize that many of you may not have looked at the video yet. So what options or opportunities for improvement did Nick identify in his video? The first one was starting your video too slow, not letting people know right away what the video was about. So not starting the video off with a nice hook so they know right away what the video is about. That's number one. The next problem he identified was a logo or intro that was too long. So when we say a logo, it's like a branded piece of content that you use in every video, that all it does is do video branding. So maybe it's a slider showing your different things that you do, that kind of thing. So it could be that. The other problem was asking viewers to subscribe at the beginning, but not in the right way. Giving more than one call to action, and not being creative at the beginning of the video to keep them hooked. So can you identify yourself in there? I sure could. So Stephanie said she could identify her issue was that the info at the beginning of her video was the info at the beginning of the video after her logo was too long. Okay. Darcy says she likes the idea of replying to a comment with a link to a video if appropriate. Yes, if appropriate. It can work well. So that's been working well for me. Ellen said she cannot keep up with all the comments, so she tries to reply as much as possible. And okay, now here's the thing. Let me ask you guys this question. How many subscribers do you have? If you got less than 50,000 subscribers, we should pretty much be able to try to keep up with those comments. Now, YouTube has got a new, there's some kind of a new comment section that if you go to comments that, you've not replied to, they help you with some starter options. Awesome, thank you, that kind of thing. And you can start out with those and then add in some of your own things. The other thing you can do is maybe come up with 5 different comments that you want to apply in your videos that might be, appropriate, and have them on a Word document. And then as you're going through answering, maybe cut and paste in parts of those that work, that kind of thing. But if you've got less than 10,000 subscribers, you got to be answering all those comments. Now, I'm saying that, but I'm not getting mine done, all of them done either. And then once the video's more than a few weeks old, if I get comments after that, sometimes I miss them. Now, your notifications will let you know they're in there, but still, sometimes I just don't get in there and get them. So Mary says she's a slow talker, and if she could speed up and jump into her content more quickly. So Mary, if you think you're a slow talker and you need to get into the content more quickly, then use less content in the beginning. That's what you might need to do, because if you're a slow talker, you're a slow talker. You're probably not going to get any faster, or if you do get faster on a video, it may not feel natural. You may feel uncomfortable. So say less words, trim it down. I have to figure out how to get mine trimmed down too. I'm working on it. And you guys know I don't talk slow and I am not short. So I have to figure out how to tighten it up. So I'm going to work on it. So Ellen, if you've got more than 1,000 subscribers, if you got more than 1,000, but you got less than 10,000, I would encourage you to work on those comments, because responding to comments is what helps to build engagement on your community. And when you build engagement on your community, then they will start to tell you what they want to see. And then by the questions they ask you and the things you reply, it lets you know, oh, well, maybe I should do a video about this. Like I was watching The Daily Connoisseur one day, And she was showing her 10-item wardrobe. And one of the things she had in her 10-item wardrobe was a white jumpsuit. And so one of the comments was, could you show us how you keep those, your white clothes clean? And how do you keep your white sheets clean? I was like, bing, that's a me kind of comment. The daily connoisseur rarely does laundry. I don't mean it that way. She does laundry for her family, but she rarely does videos where she talks about how to do laundry. She talks about how to be a homemaker, but not the mechanics of doing laundry. Use this, use that, scrub this or that way. But I do. So I thought that's going on my list. And I think I did reply in a comment to that person, well, you could do this, 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 and this. Now, I didn't say come on over to my channel because I talk about that all the time. I can just answer the question. And then that person will say, let me go check this person out. So there. But yeah, Ellen, you want to try to respond as much as you can. Now, I realize too, some of you guys have little people. I don't have little people here. And the big people the one big people or big person that I have here, I don't have to, I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to take care of him, if you know what I mean. He's independent. Whereas with little ones, you're a lot busier. So I understand if you've got little ones, that's a drag on your time that I don't have. Joan says, if you get less than 75 comments a video, you really should get all those comments. Engagement is very important, especially when you're building your channel's base audience. Yes, replying to those comments is really very good. And then Michelle says she thinks any reply is better than nothing. Sometimes she'll just reply with a few emojis. And some people will do that. I will tell you though, Michelle, I'm disappointed when I get that. And I don't know. Some people will just do that. They'll just give you a little heart or a little like. I'm like, all they did was give me a heart. I wanted her to say something. But trust me, I get it. Ellen says she does reply all the time, and what she does is like a long convo. Exactly. That's what you want to do. You want to engage and get into those conversations. I have a lady that I've met through YouTube. She's one of my viewers. And we've gotten to where she'll send me a long email. I'll send her one. I'm really getting to know her. And I like her. It's like I'm getting friends all over. Laura said it's a great idea to offer advice on other channels' comments. Yes. Now, these are channels, though, your channels that you follow, channels that do things that you like, that kind of thing. And then you can offer value. Now, you're not saying come on over and watch me, but you just answer a question and just keep it moving. And they'll say, oh, you know what? She's always answering good questions. Let me go and check her out. Oh, Ellen, no problem. I understand that sometimes you might miss some, of course. I got some that I've missed. And these past few days, I've been so busy working on my Thanksgiving series that I've not been able to get in there and really answer comments. Or I've been working with my iPad in bed late at night and then I'm falling asleep. And then, of course, the election had my attention too. So I've been doing that. So anyway, guys, we've been on here for an hour talking about this stuff. Do you have any question? I had to back up for a second. I'll answer Andrea's question and then I'll give you the open advice and collabs that I have. I can do it real quick. There we go. I had to remember that Andrea's channel was not Andrea. So she wants to hear more about recording with more than one camera. So what I did was I set up my regular camera in front of me. Like this camera here is in front of me and it's looking down on me. I set up another camera over on the side. Let's say I set one up. Say I might have put a camera like up here on this shelf so that it's watching me from the side so that as I'm cooking, people will see me from straight on, and there might be an angle from the side. So that when I actually edit the video, I might have a picture of me. You might see me standing in front of the counter and I'm, getting ready to whip up the cornbread or whatever. And then you might see a picture from the side where I'm zooming right down into the bowl and you're watching me. You get a close up of that. There's a guy that I really like, and let me see if I can find him, and I'll tell you what his channel is. I really like his imagery. He does a beautiful job of cooking, but he's got a crew though too. His name is Byron Talbert. I mean, this man is amazing. That's what I want my cooking videos to be like when I grow up. This is his channel there. Where is it? I missed it. That's his channel name. His camera shots are amazing. So I will watch his videos and then I'll say, okay, how can I improve on my cooking videos? I'm not trying to be like him because, you know, I don't have his equipment. I don't have his budget. I don't have people. If I can get my hubby to come in and hold the camera and take a picture of me while I'm holding up something, I'm doing good. Other than that, it's just me. So I don't have people. So I will watch him to try to get better ideas as to, you know, to get good shots. And one of the things that I learned from watching him is he will frequently have different camera angles. So when you try to edit that in, though, it can be quite tricky. I was talking to my son about easier editing ways because I said it takes me forever to edit. I'm pretty much self-taught. So he gave me a couple of suggestions. All right, so now back to comments about answering comments. So Michelle says she tries to reply the day she posts the video, but yeah, we can't get to that. And that's what I'll do. The day that I post the video, I try to jump on it right away and just start answering it right away. And the next couple of days, I'll focus on the latest video. But then once it's been a few days and then a new video comes out, then I have to go focus on that one. But the nice thing about the notification button, which you get up in the top, it lets you know when new comments come out on whatever video it is, and then you can answer those questions or click on the feature comments I've not replied to, and you can reply to them there. Okay. Hey, Miss Congeniality. It's good to have you here. This will be a boring show for you, though. This is not anything that we normally talk about when you visit me. All right. So now let me give you guys an open advice and collabs that I have. And I do have these in the description box of today's video. So you can look at those as soon as I close out. They're in there. And if I missed any, send me an email and let me know. Marilyn, I did get your correction today. And so I did edit that. And I've got the correction in here. And I've got 25 people on. If I could get 25 thumbs up, that would be great. So here we go. November 8th, which is today, my sister's birthday, is the Thankful, Grateful, Blessed DIY 2020 Open Invite, hosted by Gigi Faison for the Love of Decor and the Daughters of Destiny. November 10th is the Make It New Challenge, hosted by B52 and My Blessed Nest. November 11th is the Daily Thanks Challenge for YouTube and Instagram, hosted by Marika Creations and Dandy Dish Soap. November 11th is also the Tiered Tray Challenge, hosted by Domestic Diva Home and co-hosts Dyanne and Janny from Deco Easy. November 14th is the Winter Bar Cart collaboration with Fabulous Designs on a Budget and Diva Designing on a Dime. Also, November 14th, the Pink and Glam Baubles DIY Challenge, hosted by MystyleMycolours and Style with Pat. Also on November 14th, hosted by Marilyn and Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie, is Don't Frown on Brown Tablescape. Now, please note that is a change. I did have a November 10th date on that because that was what Marilyn had sent me, but she updated me that this is on November 14th. So that means, Marilyn, you got 2 collabs on November 14th. You're going to be a busy lady. November 15th, Winter Lantern collaboration hosted by Kenya at Kenya's Decor Corner. November 16th, there are 2. One is the DIY and Decor Mantle Challenge, hosted by Domestic Diva Home and co-hosted by Sandra from the Showman's Nest and Vesna from Vesna TV, as well as Useful DIY Challenge, hosted by Moondas Life Handmade. And looked at Moon's channel twice and I did not see what the theme was for this month. So you'll need to go on over there anyway to check out the details and get the theme for her monthly challenge. November 20th is the Sheet Pan Dinner Ideas Open Collaboration hosted by Domestic Diva Cooking. November 20th is also the Pink Winter Decor Challenge hosted by Ant's Place and co-hosted by Pretty Inspired Decor and MystyleMycolours. November 21st, the Tiered Tray Monthly Collab hosted by At Penny's Place. November 24th is the Christmas Holiday or Earn Vase Challenge hosted by Domestic Diva DIY and co-hosted by Nadia from DIY with Nadia. November 25th is the Christmas Home Tour hosted by Rocky Martin Gardens and Domestic Diva Home, the Christmas Home Tour. So that's the first one of those I've heard for the month. So we're getting that started. November 28th is the Christmas DIY and Decor Challenge hosted by the DIY Mommy. And that's a change also. I did have it down for November 27th, but at some point, Christina changed it to the 28th. And I did correct that last week. But if you've already downloaded that calendar, be sure that you check it. And it is on the 28th. December 1st is the Christmas Front Porch Clean and Decorate with Me, hosted by Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life. December 1st, there's two more on December 1st. The Seasonal Wreath Challenge, hosted by Creative Homemaking, and that's Pam. And then the Winter Coffee Bar Collab, hosted by Kimberly Davis and co-hosted by Kenya's Decor Corner. December 2nd is my Christmas Kitchen Vignette Challenge, hosted by moi. December 2nd is also Dashing Through the Snow Challenge, hosted by At Home with Mary and co-hosted by the Queen of DIY, Uniquely Tay, Glamour Ellen, and Creatively Ms. Me with Stephanie. December 3rd is the monthly DIY challenge, and the theme is Christmas or Winter, and this one is hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. Okay, Carol sent me a vintage Christmas with Aaron. You know, did you send me that, Carol? I thought I wrote down what you sent me, but maybe I missed it. Let me go back and look. I was just looking at your name tonight, too, to make sure I had everything. Yeah, it's right there, and I didn't put it down because it's right here. Sorry about that. Okay, guys, let's back up, hold the fort. On November 23rd, Monday, is the Vintage Christmas Haul hosted by Carol at My Blessed Nest and Aaron at The Collection Vintage. The upload date is Monday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I will make sure I get that edited in the description box below because I've already got the stuff in there, but I'll get that fixed. And yes, Carol, you did send it in. I looked at your email twice tonight too because I was looking for something else from you. And I was checking the name of the video that you sent me that you wanted me to suggest to the ladies. And I forgot to write that down, I guess, because I did look at it. So thank you for the reminder. So I'll be sure to get that edited in. All right, so December 3rd, monthly DIY challenge hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. December 4th is the Winter Fireplace Decor Challenge hosted by Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. Also on December 4th, Christmas Baking Open Collaboration hosted by Domestic Diva Cooking. December 6th, Cookies and Milk for Santa, hosted by Viology. December 8th, Family Traditions and Christmas Tablescape, hosted by Diva Designing on a Dime. December 8th is also the DIY Stocking Challenge, hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. And then December 10th is the Trash to Treasure Thrift Flip, hosted by Domestic Diva DIY and co-host Sandra from the Chauvin's Nest. December 11th is what my granny always made for the holiday season, hosted by Leslie at Midlife and Nailing It. Now, this one just sounds like fun. What my granny always made. And I thought, how cute. Now, I thought this one just sounded like fun. And I guess what you would do a video about something your granny always made. And I thought about that because when my grandchildren are here, I always make porridge, which is cream of wheat with brown sugar and butter. So that's porridge. So I was thinking, well, what did my grandma always make? And you know, at holiday time, we always had the most wonderful green salad. And I remember that. And then, of course, she always made fruit salad. So things like that. So that'll be very interesting. So there's that one. December 16th is the Christmas traditions. No, back up. December 16th is Christmas Tablescape, hosted by Domestic Diva Home. December 18th, Christmas Morning Open Collaboration, hosted by Domestic Diva Cooking. December 19th, the Tiered Tray Monthly Collab, hosted by At Penny's Place. December 28th is the New Year's Bar Cart Collab with Fabulous Designs on a Budget and co-hosted by Diva Designing on a Dime with Kimberly Davis. And then January 4th is my Winter Kitchen Vignette 2021, and January 18th, Moonlight Clean with Me. So now those are the open invites and collabs that I have. If I've missed any, send me an email, and I'll be sure to get those in. And even when you send an email, every now and then I miss one. Sorry, Carol. Like I said, I did look at that. So why I didn't write it down, I don't know, because I looked at it twice. And also, speaking of Carol, in the description box, there is a video that Carol mentioned that she thought would be good for us to look at that operationalizes the things we've been talking about. And it was one of the very first comments that I put in there. And now I don't know where it is. It's way up at the top somewhere. But it is in the description box. And it's a thrift decor haul or something like that. But what she says, that this particular video does a very good job of putting into action all the different things we've been talking about. So if you have the time, click on it and examine that video. And then we've been given a couple good examples by some of the ladies tonight about videos that either have good intros, good outros, different things like that. So there we are. So Laura says she does look at her analytics to see where people drop off, and she's been shortening her videos until she improves the content. I think I've got everything. All right. I think I've got everything. So ladies, I thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. If I've missed any of the collabs, send me an email, let me know. I don't think DIY Mommy has put up any new ones for next year yet. One of the things, though, that people are doing more of is putting information about their collabs on their community channel, their community tab, if they have one, so that they don't burn their analytics on a invite video. So that's just something. But anyway, just wanted you guys to know that. And I think that's it. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Hey, Karen, I forgot to speak with you. Hey, Darcy, I took a look at that video you put out today. I thought it was pretty good. You should look at Faith and Flowers video that she put up today, Darcy. It's very good, and it's very nice about organization. Faith and Flower, Robin at Faith and Flower. I will just... She's one of the people that I follow, and she did a pretty good job on her 3-month pantry video related to prepping. So she's kind of jumped on board with that topic as well. Speaking of which, I sent my husband to the grocery store today to pick up some things for my sister. And he said there were so many things that was out. He said the meat truck hadn't come in yet, so the meat case was almost empty. He couldn't find any sausage, smoked sausage, breakfast sausage, bacon, and that kind of stuff. So, and we live in the middle of pork country. I mean, we grow hogs in Indiana, hogs, corn, soy, that kind of thing. As well as, you know, we're pretty industrial, but we have a lot of hog farms, that kind of thing. Pork producing plants, which have been closed related to COVID. Anyway, whole different subject. So thank you guys. I will check with you later. Bye.